Okay, so you came to Winnipeg in 75.
July thereof.
Okay.
July the 1st. Canada's birthday. What am I going to do for Canada's birthday? I know. I'll go to Winnipeg and screw everything up. Made myself laugh at that.
And what happened?
Well, I was teaching at Confederation College. I was teaching radio. Communications, I think, was the title. And it involved writing. Oh, creative writing and creative communications. Creative and Don Percy in the same sentence? I don't think so. Self-deprecatory. Anyway, I was given an opportunity of a year to leave the college and go back to industry to pick up on whatever I had been missing, which was quite a bit, mostly technical. But I said, yeah, I've been doing the teaching thing for 5 years, and the students were starting to look the same to me every year, especially the one who said, you didn't have to, nobody told me that you had to read a book in this course. You've been misinformed, that kind of thing. And so I had seen the same kind of thing coming along, and I was starting to call students by the names of students 2 years before. So I needed a change, and the college, in their wisdom, offered it, that you can go back to industry for a year and pick up on whatever you're missing and then come back. So I have been doing pretty well with the college and a gig doing the morning show locally there as well. I would do the morning show at CKPR in Thunder Bay, and then I would come back to teach at the college later in that day. So it was a bit of a grind, and I thought I needed a break from that. And so I took this year and came to Thunder Bay, from Thunder Bay to Winnipeg for half the money that I had been making in Thunder Bay. That was the best I could do. Now, at that time, I had 6 kids. I was separated. And to support the 6 kids plus the separation agreement was a bit of a grind. As a matter of fact, it was a terrible grind. And it affected me personally. On top of which, things that I had been doing in Thunder Bay were verboten in Winnipeg.
Like
by
what?
Everybody.
Like what?
Like everything.
Okay.
Like putting people on the air without a tape delay.
Okay.
Just doing live things. Like allowing people like the miracle worker on the radio.
That was a crazy.
And just about everything I did was denigrated by the current staff. And even the program director referred to any suggestion I would make as to how we could improve what we were doing was described as coming from Thunder Fuddling Bay, and therefore not worth consideration. Well, that plus being flat broke. I remember being asked out for a drink by a young lady who was celebrating something and would like me to have joined the party, and I said I don't have $2 for a drink because I did not. Anyway, the whole thing, the denigration, the lack of respect, the idea that I had to, for maybe the first time in my life, really admit defeat, that I had taken on a market that I could not win. And as a matter of fact, not only could I not win it, I couldn't be accepted in it at any level. It just kind of occurred to me. On top of which, I got a phone call one morning on the air, I think in March of 76. I'd been there 9 months, and I was on the air at 8:20 in the morning, and my sister from Toronto, God love her, Kay, the older sister, insisted on reaching me on the air and said one word when I finally answered the phone, and that one word was Mum. And I knew from there that my mother had just died. I'm doing a hit parade radio station morning show, and that just ended it. I sat and I thought, I cannot do this. And I left the air, and the program director and the general manager said, well, we can't have that, Don. Sorry. And I went back to my cheap arms apartment, and I phoned Thunder Bay and said, can you take me back? The college said, well, we have to because you haven't been gone a year. And the old radio station, well, we'll shuffle some money around and bring you back. That was a Friday afternoon. I started to feel better. And later that day, I got a phone call from the general manager, and he said, Don, we think this is just a watershed, so why don't you take some time off? It was Friday. Come back on Monday and do the show. And I thought, somebody wants me. Somebody. More than somebody. College, Thunder Bay, here. And it turned out the reason I got that phone call was the president of the company, not the GM, not the PD. The president had been getting phone calls saying, hey, what the hell's with your morning man? He's pretty good. What are you doing letting him go like that? And he, the president, gone now, got in touch with those other people and said, get him back. When I learned that I was wanted, not only here in Winnipeg, but in Thunder Bay and at the college,